Hi, today we're gonna make a salt fireworks. In your kit you'll find a paint set, 4 packets of salt, some Elmer's school glue, and then some black paper. I'm also gonna use a pencil and then a little container to hold water for our watercolor set. What you're gonna do is you're gonna start by drawing your fireworks shape. So I'm just gonna kind of make like a pretty star. Using a pencil is nice for this because you can see it on the black paper. You can do as much or as little as you want. So you can kind of see mine drawn here, shimmering in the light. That's where we're gonna start. What you're gonna do then is you're gonna take your glue and you are going to draw an even line, not too much but not too little, along all of those lines that you just drew with the pencil. So then after you've drawn your lines with the glue, you're gonna put the salt onto the glue. And you want it to be fairly even. So I'm just gonna kind of shake it out, and then you'll notice that there's a lot that doesn't hit the glue. So we'll do a collection method and put it back on there so we get as best of a covering of salt as possible. It might be helpful if you open these beforehand and have them in a little container, but it's also up to you. So after you get like your first layer of salt, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of knock the excess onto a separate piece of paper, and then that way I can pick this up and sprinkle it back on our salt fireworks. You can do that a few times until you have the most of the salt used and stuck to the glue. So then this is what it looks like. And then what we need to do is we need to let this dry really, really well before we do our next part. Now that your salt and glue have had a chance to dry, what we're gonna do is we're going to drop water with a lot of this pigment onto the salt and glue shape. Salt is hygroscopic, which means that it both absorbs water when it is hit directly, but also water vapor out of the air, which is why people have used it to dehumidify their rooms, or when you are storing meat in the old days, you would salt your meat so that it would dry out and be safe. So I filled a little cup with water, and then basically you just want to make sure it's super watery when you drop it onto your salt. So you can do one color for each little thing, or you can mix colors and see how it goes. But watching the absorption is really cool. So I'm gonna just start with some red, just get lots of water on there. Maybe even pour a little bit. You just want a lot of the red pigment kind of coming up so that it will just drop. You can also pre-mix like a little bit of pigment into your cup and then drop that on there. And so then like you can see some nice red pigment, and then you just kind of drop it. You might need a little bit more. Then you can kind of see how the water and the salt absorbs that. and kind of watch as it just zooms along. So you'll do that until you cover all of the pieces, and then you'll let it dry again. And when you're done, it will look something like this. Have fun.